Hey everyone, welcome to another stream. Today I have a little bit of a treat for you. This is Doom 32X Resurrection. This is something I've been talking about streaming for several months now. This came out quite a while ago actually, compared to when I'm streaming it. And this is an updated version of Doom for the Sega 32X, done by a handful of people. I'm going to actually post the romhacking.net page for it, so if you want to get more information on it, you can go check that out. We also have Agostino Barone in the chat. He was actually one of the support guys and testers on this, and put a lot of effort into making sure everything was good and provided feedback and stuff like that. And so Agostino could probably give us a lot of more details on the behind the scenes or any extra information and stuff like that. But yeah, we're going to play through the whole thing. From what I understand, this has all of the Atari Jaguar levels in it. So there's at least 23 or 24 stages compared to the 32X's original 17, I believe it was. I think it was 15 for the base game, one secret level, and then one extra level for going through all the stages back to back. What's really cool about this version is that it has, for one, improved visuals, improved color count. It's got much better frame rates at the default resolution. You have detail settings you can adjust, including screen sizes, resolution settings. You could even turn like the floor and ceiling textures off to boost the frame rate even further. You can get close to what feels like 60 FPS if you actually tone down the visuals quite a bit. You've got a completely redone soundtrack, which sounds pretty badass, actually, as I mentioned in chat there before we started. And there's even multiplayer. I think there's both split screen and there's even system link now. And with specialized controllers, there's individual shoulder key strafing. There's all sorts of great stuff in this, which is really, really awesome. All done on the little device that could, the Sega 32X. Which, you know, I've always had a major soft spot for this add-on, and I like the original version of Doom on 32X, but man, this thing is really awesome from what I've seen so far. Now, just to preface this, and just to make a disclaimer, I have not played through this all the way. I've only played a couple of maps, and that was several months ago, I think with a slightly older build. So I have no idea what we're going to get into here, but I have played the Jaguar version many times, especially on this channel. So if the level set is basically the same as that, I don't foresee us really having any trouble getting through this game on the ultra violence difficulty level. So, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. We are playing on original hardware. We're using a Sega Genesis Model 2 with a actual Sega 32X. We're using a Mega EverDrive X3. I actually tried getting this to load on my EverDrive MD, and it just did not want to load. It just gave me a black screen. So we're actually using the Mega EverDrive X3. Original reason I wanted to use the EverDrive MD, which is one of the oldest Crix flash cards, is that I've always had problems with my EverDrive X3. But I just made a new SD card, popped it in, and it worked first try. So, hey, I guess we're using the EverDrive X3, which I'd rather use the X3. It loads games a lot faster and whatnot. But yeah, so that's how we're playing this. We are using a Sega Genesis 6-button controller. Unfortunately, I don't have a custom controller with shoulder keys on it, and so no shoulder strafing for me. We're going to be playing it a bit like the Jaguar version and the original 32X version. But yeah, it should be a good time. So, alright, let's go ahead and do a new game here. And as you see, there's split screen, and there's, I guess, System Link multiplayer. So let's go single player. And all the levels are unlocked right out of the box. I actually tested this out right before starting the stream. And so it even has all the map names and stuff like that. And so because it's playing the demo, the frame rate's actually a little bit lower than it normally is. And then as you scroll through the maps here, it kind of slows things down a little bit more. But yeah, 24 levels, military base is the last one. Difficulty, hurt me plenty, ultra violence, nightmare. Now, I don't know if nightmare is more like Jaguar and 32X nightmare, where, you know, enemies are faster and harder, or if enemies actually respawn. Maybe Agostino can validate that. I'm going to assume it's more like the Jaguar version, where, you know, no enemy respawns, but that would be really interesting if the enemy respawns happened. Agostino says it's more like the Jaguar version. Okay, cool. Yeah, I had a feeling. But, okay. So game mode is single. And we're going to start with map 1, the Hangar. And let's go ahead and just hit the start button. So Agostino says it's like Ultraviolence fast mode. Yeah, that's what I figured. So let me actually scroll through chat here real quick before we actually start playing. I see, obviously, Agostino. We see John F. Donnelly, Michael, Internet Junkie, Ronnie Webster, Michael Mackert, my brother out there. Infinity's Limit. Welcome back. Let's scroll up the chat a little bit further. I see Mark Havener. And we see Judge Groovy Man. And who else is out there? John Smith, Chain Sawyer, Lawrence. And looks like that is everybody. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. But thanks everybody for joining in on the stream. I really appreciate it. This was a completely impromptu stream. I wanted to actually do a stream earlier tonight, but I ended up going out, and I was out for like 5 or 6 hours. So my day, needless to say, has not gone as planned. But before we start playing, if you hit the start button here, you've got audio settings. You can turn the music off completely if you want. Of course, we don't want to do that. We want to go ahead and leave that on. Apparently, if you have a Sega CD connected, you can actually burn a CD, and it'll actually play music from the disk drive in the system, or in the CD tray, which is pretty sweet. I need to test that out sometime. I don't have my Sega CD attached right now. I just wanted to get this stream up and running as fast as possible. Game options, you can save. So I actually made a test save file earlier today. So actually, speaking of which, let's actually test that out real quick. Let's try that. Oh, look at that. So this actually saved at the very beginning of stage 2. And let's go and load game again. Slot 1, slot 2, area 1 hangar. And boom, look at that. That is pretty sweet. So the original 32X version did not have any save functionality. Now you could pick any level you wanted, from 1 to 15. However, the secret maps you could not access. You had to play like straight through in order to access those. So that is pretty awesome. But if we go to video settings here, we can actually mess around with the resolution. Hopefully this doesn't like screw with my my upscaler and capture card at all. We can go all the way up to 320 by 180. We can also adjust the level of detail. See, there we go. We're on kind of like the high resolution mode right now, but with no floor and ceiling textures, so it's kind of like the Super Nintendo version, but it actually looks sharper and runs pretty well. But what we're going to do is put the level of detail back up. So you notice that there are some shadows when it's maxed out. There's also a widescreen mode, and you can turn the high color on or off, which actually, I believe all this actually improves the frame rate. So if you put this, say, all the way down, let's see, how far does it go? If you put it down like that, turn the level of detail all the way down, turn all that stuff off, the frame rate actually runs really smooth. Like, check this out. This is like super smooth 32X Doom. Like, what the hell? This is insane. I mean, the original 32X Doom, I think, runs... I think it caps out at like 20 frames a second or something, and this is much, much higher than that, which is pretty awesome. But we go to our detail settings, crank them back up. We're going to leave it on the default resolution, which is like the best balance. We're going to put the high color on. We'll still get ourselves a pretty decent frame rate compared to 32X Doom. I mean, you can look at it. It's still pretty darn smooth, all things considered, so... Let's go ahead and try to play the game and see what happens. Hey, Mernon and Cafe Man, welcome back, guys. Hopefully you're doing well tonight. Gonna have to play it a little bit safe here because I don't have individual strafe keys right now. It's probably gonna be a shotgunner over here. Let's see, where is he? Oh, he's not over there. Okay, interesting. Now I'm gonna have to play it a little bit like I played the 32X and Jaguar versions, where I kind of like have three fingers like across the 3 main keys, A, B, C, and then A by default runs, and so I'm going to be using the run functionality along with C, which is my strafe functionality. And let's see if we can come here, maybe get some health. Agostino, thank you very much for that, sir. Much appreciated. I'm gonna come through this door, kill an imp, and then get a little bit more health. So I'm noticing the enemies feel like they do a ton of damage to me. So let's come on over here. Grab these shells, grab that health, and then we can come over here to this secret. And there's gonna be a shotgun over here. I don't remember that in the Jaguar version, though. I mean, it has been a little while since I played through the Jaguar version. But yeah, thanks again for that, Agostino. So Agostino says, for anyone willing to know more about the project, please reach out to, I don't remember how to pronounce Vic's name, but Vic on Twitter. He's responsible for the project, and most of what you're going to see here is thanks to his incredible talent and commitment. Yeah, this project is kind of amazing. A lot of people thought that the 32X was just this thing that just couldn't really do a whole lot, but this goes to show that, like, man, it's a pretty capable little device, and this is quite amazing. Hey, Will, thanks for joining back up, sir. I'll have to get you back on that slide. But thanks a lot, Will. And Cacodemon, PS1 Doom is still the best? Yeah, it's pretty good. But man, this music is badass, though. It just sounds mean, and that's amazing. Oh, I love it. Terrence says, play Quake. No. We were playing Doom. If anybody wants to see Quake on my channel, I have about 27 videos of it. So feel free to go to my main channel, search for Quake. Iron in the Soul says, I'm here. Welcome to the stream. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm really digging the music in this. I just love some good, like, you know, sawtooth synths and stuff like that. It's just so good. And the percussion's, like, really thick, too. It's really nice, very bassy. It's awesome. Oh, man. I just want to listen to this all night. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that's actually true, John. I saw that before I was starting the stream. My Life in Gaming is actually doing a Quake stream right now on their PS5, so if anyone wants to watch Quake, go check that out. I was actually playing Quake last night over on Twitch. I was doing a bunch of different first-person shooters. I wasn't really sure what I felt like doing, so I played Doom, and then I played Quake, and then I played shoot-em-ups, because ultimately that's what I wanted to do at the end. Hey, Scruff, welcome back. Alright, secret right here. We flip this switch, it opens up a door that lets us go out into the courtyard. Just got ourselves a backpack, which increases our maximum ammo capacity. Very crucial item pickup. We're gonna come up these stairs first. Hey, Zanctum, welcome back. Will says, it's been a crazy month. My son was born on June 29th. Congrats. We have a Daddy Will in the house now. Oh, man. So someone asked, show this on the maximum settings. We already did that a couple minutes ago. It's you know, it looks good, but the frame rate definitely takes a hit. So I think the default settings here are probably the best way to experience this. And actually, what's more interesting to me than raising the resolution is actually lowering the resolution and removing texture detail, which significantly boosts the frame rate. It makes it even more playable. You know, if you could deal with a version that looks a little more like the Super Nintendo version, which I've never minded, it runs really nice. It runs quite smooth. Scruff asks, what is your favorite Doom? For him, it's hard to beat the original, but I actually think Doom 64 is a sneaky contender. Alright, let's see if the mode functionality works. So let's hold down the mode key and press, C? Takes us to the chain gun. Okay, sweet. So the fast weapon switching on the 6-button controller is still in here. That's really good. Really good functionality, actually. I've always loved that. And it was actually, that's functionality I didn't realize was there until more recently. I didn't know it was there back in the day. Would have made weapon switching a lot better back then. But yeah, you hold down the mode key and your weapons are mapped to ABC, XYZ, and you just hold down the mode key, press the weapon that you want, and then you switch straight to it. It's a lot like the Jaguar version with its keypad, except you're just using the 6-button controller. There's also another backpack in here. Oops. Yeah, I just love how the frame rate is so much smoother. I mean, that's just awesome in and of itself. The fact that the game just looks better, too, it's really nice. A lot of times when I stream Doom, I just skip that area completely because it's kind of redundant. Yeah, you get a chainsaw, but I don't really use the chainsaw unless I'm playing PC Doom, where it's a lot easier to aim. Let's come here, kill some dudes. Let's come back up here, come down the elevator. I also love how bassy the soundtrack is. Here we go. I assume the soundtrack is basically being done with the Genesis hardware, not the 32X, but I'm curious about that, if anybody knows. Will says, thank you. First time. There's nothing quite like being a dad. It's a tiring but rewarding experience. Nice. Hey, Little War Arts guy, welcome back. Yeah, it is, it's a pretty nice updated version of the game. Yep. But Scruff, I mean, my favorite Doom, it's gonna be a toss-up between Doom and Doom 2. I like Doom 64, but honestly, I don't think its level design is very good. So that's actually one of my least favorite versions to play. I still like it, but it's not my go-to for sure. Yeah, we actually have Spectres in this one. I don't think Spectres were in the 32X one originally, were they? Like, check that out. I don't think they were. That's pretty awesome. Nice addition right there. Agostino says, the sound is 100% Genesis hardware. Spoony Bard made the most out of both the YM 2612, sorry, and the PSG. Very nice. Generally, when it comes to classic Doom, I do lean more towards Doom 2 because it's got the super shotgun, it's got a wider enemy variety. But the original Doom is still amazing as well. It's one of my all-time favorite games. Yeah, it's actually really cool that they give us the option to play in a window, kind of like the original 32X version. So if you're used to that, you can actually shrink the screen size down a little bit, improve the frame rate quite a bit in the process. Like, you can see that the frame rate's not perfect. Like, it's slowing down a little bit. And then it, you know, it levels back out once there's not as much happening. Running a little low in armor. Yeah, a little more art sky. I definitely feel that for sure. A lot of the level design in Doom 64, it's filled way too much with tiny corridors. There are way too many Hell Knights, and more specifically Barons of Hell, which really slows down the combat, because those guys are so tanky, especially the Barons. It's also missing enemies like Revenants and Archviles and things like that, so you don't have as much enemy variety, which makes the action get a little repetitious. I switch over to our chain gun here, because I'm going to kill these guys. And like I said, don't get me wrong, I still like Doom 64, but it definitely, in my opinion, doesn't flow nearly as well as the id Software developed games. I think my favorite aspect of Doom 64 is how it looks. It's a really good looking game for when it came out, actually, and I think it still looks pretty appealing. There's some really interesting stuff they did with that engine. Yeah, there's some really interesting, like, architectural stuff they did in Doom 64. It's very cool. But, like, again, I think the level design is still very hit or miss in that, for sure. Lots of switch puzzles, more so than classic Doom. Confusing level design. Levels that kind of drag on and on. That is my opinion. I don't begrudge people that love it or think it's their favorites. It's kind of like with Doom 3. Don't really like the game that much anymore, but I've talked to plenty of people here and they love it, and it's their favorite, so, you know. Again, can't begrudge people for it. Really dark pits, Uber Disco says. Yes, Doom 64 has plenty of those too. And hey, Uber, how's it going? Welcome back. I guess we are going to do the bonus level. We gotta show off every map. We gotta do it. We gotta make it happen. Alright, before we exit, let's go grab some power-ups. Kill a few more enemies in the process. Go, switch over to our shotgun. Nice. Alright. Yeah, so if we come down here, we can actually come in here. Trying to let my auto-aim do the work for me. This is another reason why I'll skip the chainsaw area on level 2, because, well, there's a chainsaw right here. So, let's just grab these, grab and run. Ding Dong Ditch. And let's go ahead and access our bonus level. And you gotta be careful not to fall down here, otherwise you will die. You won't be able to get back up. Let's see, are there rockets up here? Yep. There we go. Hey, Pearl Jammer, welcome back. And Adrian. Adrian asks, do you like Final Doom? I don't hear it talked about as much as the other Doom games. I mean, yes, I like Final Doom, but it's definitely not a favorite. Although, you know, Plutonia has definitely grown on me as I've gotten older, because it is more challenging. Whoa, Brandon! Michael says, you know it's Doom when the chainsaw rumbles. Really digging the stream and the music. Thanks a lot, Brandon. Much appreciated, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And hey, Tony, welcome back. Hey, Scott. Welcome back, sir. And grab the yellow key, and then find the yellow door. Rocket launcher. Let's see. I love that the specters are back in here. That is awesome. Alright, switch back to our chain gun. Berserk pack. Alright. And let's see. Yeah, there's the auto map. Very nice. Alright, that's the exit. Get the infighting going. That's awesome. Need to make more of that happen. Alright, there's a little bit of a secret here. I always forget about this secret, because it's not a huge secret, but it's still cool to know that it's here. Yeah, again, so for anybody that wants to try this out, you can go to romhacking.net. I think there's a patch you apply. You can load it into an emulator. You can put it on a flash cart. I got word from Agostino, I believe, that it even works on the Mr. FPGA. It works on that 32X core. So for anybody that's really curious about this, you can try that out. Or try this out in a variety of ways. I think even I loaded it up on the Mr. a couple months ago with one of the earlier versions. Alright, so I'll come down this way. Red door. And imagine if this is the version of Doom we got on 32X back in the day. A lot of people kind of like to crap on the original game, but people kind of forget that it was a very small development team, and it was done in a very short amount of time. Whereas this project, as amazing as it is, I think it's been worked on probably longer than the original 32X Doom was. I still have a soft spot for the original 32X Doom. You know, for 1994, it's still a pretty solid game, especially considering how pricey computers were back then. So being able to play it on a couple $100 device, not too shabby. But obviously there were many shortcomings to the original version. It's just really awesome how this addresses a lot of those issues. I mean, look at this, specters. All right, so let's come here. Whoops. Let's see if we can get some of these items. This is always a tricky section. You want to strafe run. Let's see. Oh, there's one. Let's try. Oh, okay. You know what? Screw it. Alright, I'm going to switch over to my chain gun just in case. But what we're going to try to do is see if we can just strafe run all the way across this. Whee! Just skip that whole bottom section. Adrian says, wasn't the Saturn version worse than the 32X version? I mean, that's kind of subjective. The Saturn version doesn't run as smooth, but it's still playable, and it is full screen. Yeah, I don't know. I would still prefer playing the 32X Doom over Saturn for sure. Agostino says this has a few graphical glitches on the Mister, but it's pretty playable. And eventually the core will get fixed, yeah. Hey, Doom Stash, what's going on? Long time no see. Tony, yes, this is the updated 32X version of the game. Called Doom 32X Resurrection. Yeah, it's great. It's got great remixed music and all sorts of awesome stuff. It sounds so metal. I love it. Alright. Does this run smoother than PlayStation Doom? If you lower the graphical details, it actually does. It actually will run at a higher frame rate than PlayStation Doom. And I'll show a lot of that stuff off at the end of the playthrough. I'll mess around with the settings, do a couple of levels with like low settings and stuff like that. With the default detail settings and resolution right here, it does not run as well as the PlayStation version. But the great thing is that you have visual flexibility, and you can actually get it to perform better. Come on, auto aim, do your thing. Alright, let's come down here and get that soul sphere. And a rocket launcher. Flip the switch. Let us back out. Alright, we're gonna come this way. I wonder if I can still do the rocket launcher thing here. Sure sounds like it. Oh, man. I'm surprised that barrel actually still hit him. I guess it's because of infinite height. Enemies in Doom, by default, are infinitely tall. Yeah, I guess, I noticed that. Yeah, the doors in PlayStation Doom are not the smoothest things. So it's interesting that they actually animate better here. Alright, exit time. There we go. Alright, map 5. Making decent progress. This playthrough will take us a couple hours. Nothing too crazy. So there's only, what, 24 maps? Not to mention the maps are cut down compared to the PC versions. Or PC version. Hey, Deadly, what's going on, man? Welcome back, sir. Squishy sound effects. Doomsash is doing alright. Hope at some point he'll get a 32X, but he's fine for right now. Now I have a working N64, so that's cool. Very nice, man. Congrats on that pickup. I have to do some more, hope to do some more N64 stuff in the near future. We did a little bit of N64 stuff recently. We went through Gauntlet Legends, that was a lot of fun. Haven't played through that version in like 20 years, so that was pretty cool. And then We ended up doing Killer Instinct Gold as a quick play, then we also did F-Zero X as a quick play, which I actually just posted this past weekend for anybody that missed it. This will actually teleport me back to the beginning. I don't want to do that right now. It's always great making use of those barrels. You can really annihilate big groups of enemies with them. Alright, let's come on up here. Grab the mega armor. Fall back down. And there's actually going to be, yep, the radioactive suit. Another chainsaw and a soul sphere. Hey, Dre Dog, welcome back. Yeah, one thing I've noticed so far in regards to the audio is that it does always sound like enemies are right up in your ear, regardless of how close they are to you. So that does take some getting used to. I keep thinking there are enemies behind me when they're actually not. They're actually, like, in front of me, but way in the distance. Alright, already flipped it. We're almost done with this map. For anybody that's never seen me play Doom before, I know the game pretty well. I know the vanilla Doom pretty well. I've played all the home console versions from back in the day many, many times. Covered them all on my channel. And so, you know, these level designs I'm pretty comfortable with. So I don't foresee us, again, having too many problems. There are a couple of points where you do have to be pretty careful, but we're not really at those points just yet. The maps that were included in PC's Episode 2 are probably some of the more dangerous. Some of the more tricky. Probably some of the more ammo limited. But we'll see how they go. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, I'm having a good time with this. This is really cool. Seeing just this perform as well as it does on the 32X. With, like, you know, the decent lighting effects and all that stuff. Here we go. Hey, Jeffrey, what's going on? Jeffrey says, yeah, this is impressive. Yeah, Scott, the performance is really good. And again, these are default settings. You can actually raise the resolution a little bit, and it won't run as well, but it will definitely look a little bit nicer. You know, we're not talking like 640 by 480. So honestly, I don't really notice the resolution difference that much. But the option is there. And then you also have other customizable settings. Whoops. other customizable settings where you can lower details. You can turn off the lighting effects, you can turn off floor and ceiling textures, and you can even like play in a window like the original 32X version, which makes it run a lot better. It's pretty interesting. I just love that flexibility. There we go. Adrian says, I just finished downloading Doom on his Steam Deck. You'll finish it this time for sure. Which Doom, Adrian? Are you talking classic Doom, or did you get Doom 2016? Radioactive suit. Another soul sphere. Classic Doom, Adrian says. Very nice. Hey, Vince. Vince says, Resurrection is the most impressive ROM hack he thinks he's ever seen. And I don't know if Agostino is still out there, but maybe he could clarify, was this an actual ROM hack, or was this just, like, built from the ground up? That's one thing I was trying to figure out. It's like, does this qualify more as a ROM hack or a homebrew? I was thinking homebrew, but if the original 32X version, if the original's base was used, then I guess it would technically be a hack. Son of Pearl says, I hope someone can fix the Saturn port of Doom someday. Yeah, I mean, crazier things have been done, I suppose. Agostino says it's a complete rewrite based on Calico Doom sources. Okay. So in a way, it's almost like a source port? Sort of? Kind of? Not really? Probably more on the not really side. But less of a ROM hack, more of like a homebrew. Something like built from the ground up. I just love that instant weapon switching. It's so useful. Yeah, Scott, mouse support would be really interesting to try. I don't have a Genesis mouse, though. I only have a Saturn mouse. I need to research what Genesis games actually support its mouse, because that would make for, like, a fun stream. If there are more games than I think of that use the mouse, that would be a fun stream. Kind of like the SNES mouse, which is actually a stream I want to do sometime soon, since I have a mouse for Super Nintendo. But yeah, I'd love to try a Sega mouse, or get one, for the Genesis. Draydog says, finally got my 32X running good. I ended up buying that dongle for the Genesis. Very cool. Yeah, that's good to hear. By the way, guys, I have a what I think is a pretty cool little 32X short video that's going to be posted later this week, so watch out for that. Doom 32X Resurrection was just coincidental. But something I've been meaning to do for a long time. Alright, let's switch over to our rocket launcher. He's still stuck in the wall. I love it. I'll let you live. Jeffrey says, haha, is there ever a bad time to have Doom on the mind? No, never. It's never a bad time. Oh yeah, Deadly Heretic on the 32X could be really sweet, actually. Levels would probably have to be cut back quite a bit, because those levels could be pretty vast, but Heretic is such an awesome game. We still haven't really seen any unique conversions of it to home platforms. There's been like some source ports to like the original Xbox, and there's even a Dreamcast version, but something more custom for like the 32X could be really interesting. Hey, no problem, Pearl Jammer. Thanks for tuning in. Alright. Adrian says, Doomslayer showing mercy. That's a first. Let's see, how do I want to do this? We'll just snipe enemies from a distance. Make my life a little bit easier. Take advantage of that auto-aim. So anybody that hasn't played Doom, all one of you, maybe, Doom uses this auto-aim system where it will aim for you vertically. That's both above and below you, as long as you're close enough to the enemies. So like this imp, it just shot for me vertically. So that's definitely one of the skills you want to know in Classic Doom if you're playing with, you know, an engine that doesn't support like free looking and stuff like that. I never really liked free looking in Doom. It never felt right. So I always prefer to play with the classic auto aim setup. Especially when you're playing these old console versions. Well, technically this is a new console version, but a console version on older consoles, they generally will just force you to, you know, do the auto aim vertically. It's also good getting to know, like, the weapon spreads. Like, the shotgun spreads out to the left and right, so you don't have to aim perfectly. You'll still hit the enemies just a little bit. Do, you know, a few hit points of damage. Looks like there's no gap up there. It's, you know, this level says basically just like the Jaguar version now, so some of the cutbacks from the PC version are the same as in the Jaguar version. Technically, I mean, I guess the 32X one back in the day was actually the first console version of Doom. Jaguar one came just very shortly after. And so it actually had the same cutbacks from the 32X one. It just had more maps. And those extra maps the Jaguar version had were also cut back from the PC one. Alright, we're gonna skip that platform for now. One thing I've been wanting to try again recently is try my hand at Jaguar Nightmare mode once again. We tried that like a year or two ago, and I just got wrecked. We were very, very far into the game, and I determined that it was just impossible to recover. The enemies were so fast, and I was so limited on ammo, and the frame rate got absolutely horrendous on Nightmare late into the game. I have a stream archive of that. It's still on my channel. Anyone can see it. It was an interesting night, to say the least. Let's go ahead and grab this green armor. So a little cubby, or monster closet, is opened up down here. Yeah, you know what, Jeffrey? Like, I don't know why I didn't even think about that, but yeah, just like the Jaguar version, you can see enemies from all sides now. That's actually really big. That's a big difference. I never minded the fact that enemies always faced you in the 32X one, because, like, you're too focused on shooting them anyway and dodging their projectiles, so, you know, I never thought it was really something, like, major to complain about. People do anyway, but it is great. You see, like, the pinkies run around. They're not just always looking at you, strafing to side. It's really nice. Ronnie calls them crab demons. Alright, let's do this. If the game lets us. Okay, there we go. Come on, this way. Where are you, imp? Alright, whatever. We'll just skip him. Let's grab that stuff. Whoa, I'm stuck. Yeah, Jeffrey, infighting is very much a thing in here, which is awesome. It's one of my favorite things to do in Doom. Man, I'm gonna have to record the music to this and post it on my game music channel. This is pretty badass. I love it. Alright. Yellow door. We have the red key. Oh, we have to go back. I'm a dummy. Yeah, the secret actually puts you out right next to the door that you need to be at. I always forget about that. Alright, blue key. Now we can go to the end. Have 156 bullets. If this was zombie revenge, it would be like bullets. 156 bullets. I have 200 health. I'm in pretty good health standing. One of the things about, you know, these console versions of Doom is you do have to take them a little bit safer than the PC version. You know, your controls aren't quite as flexible, especially if you're playing Jaguar or 32X versions, where you don't have shoulder strafing capabilities. Now, this version actually adds that functionality if you have a controller that supports it, but obviously the original Genesis 6-button does not. I do wonder if those third-party Genesis controllers by, like, I don't remember if it was Performance or Interact, they made versions of a 6-button controller that had shoulder keys. Now, I think all they do is they just, like, map to C and Z, probably. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've used them. They weren't entirely reliable for me growing up. I went through many of those controllers playing stuff like Mortal Kombat 3. But I'm not sure if this version takes those controllers into account, or if you need, like, some kind of converter for, like, a Super Nintendo pad. I'm not sure. So Agostino says yes, they map to Z and C, but you have a config for that in the menu in this version. Nice. See, now I want to get one of those controllers and try it on this game. Because, man, shoulder strafing, that would make this game... That would actually... I mean, this has already made the Jaguar version redundant. Not gonna lie. It's got music. And it's got a better frame rate. And it's got more configurable options. But having shoulder strafing would just be like the icing on the cake. John asks, am I going to take a break after the 2 Barons? I am not. Agostino uses an ASCII pad, a 6, with Z and C on the shoulder. He recommends that controller if you can find it for cheap. Gary, those controllers do not have shoulder buttons. You're thinking the PC USB versions. The Genesis version I have from Retrobit, it does not have shoulder keys. But I have the PC version you're talking about. I use that on my Mister. I'm going to actually look that up real quick. As all 50 people probably go looking for the ASCII pad. Let's see. ASCII pad MD6. Oh, that's the controller. I remember seeing those. Those things always looked a little janky to me. How do you like those controllers, Agostino? But technically, Deadly, if you're going to play this on the Mister, which it works with the 32X core on Mister, you could use that Genesis controller with this game. You think the build quality is superb? Okay. So I need the 4-button one, or the one with 4 face buttons, and then shoulder keys. I'm looking at one right now. It's like, you know, $11 after shipping. Doesn't look the cleanest, but I can clean the controller. Let's look at the other one. $12 with free shipping. That one actually looks a lot cleaner. Tested, it says. All right. Brandon says Doom for SNES is a potato. Yeah, but we grew up with that version, Brandon. Like, I still have a soft spot for it. I remember when I asked for this game many times, you got... Yeah, we are playing Doom 32X Resurrection. Yeah, they actually... Oh, by the way, Agostino, I just bought that controller. It cost me $12 after shipping, so I will definitely test it out with this. Thanks for the heads up on that. That should be pretty cool, using that with shoulder key strafing. That'll be awesome. I assume you can just configure the controls manually, like, you know. Man, I didn't even think about that. I could have technically... Nah, that would be weird with just the main 6-button layout. But what I wanted to say, Brandon and Ronnie, is the Doom Super Nintendo source code is actually it was actually released, and so I think people have already started doing stuff with it, and people have already started making like custom maps for Super Nintendo Doom as well. Which once more maps are released, that would make for really fun stream content. Where, you know, we just mess around with, like, custom maps for Super Nintendo Doom. And actually, John Donnelly, I might actually take a break after this, because I actually have to use the bathroom, so we'll take a couple-minute break. You guys can see the kitties. They're both back in here. I like that splash sound. It sounds really cool. Alright, let's switch over to our chain gun. We got 400 bullets. Bullets. Hey, Trevor Student, welcome back. This music is so good. Just the kick drum is just awesome. I love how it sounds. Hey, check this out. We can run. Hey! Alright. Nice. Alright guys, we're gonna take a quick restroom break. There are my kitties. They're both passed out. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Or go somewhere and come back. Whichever works best for you. All right. All right, let's continue. Oh, this sounds awesome. I love the groove. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this more than some of even the original PC music. Because it sounds heavier. Just that bass line is awesome. And it's really simple, but it's just, it's so good. Alright, let's go back, get ourselves a plasma gun. You kind of want to play SNES Doom now, you're gonna have to borrow it. Brandon, I actually don't own SNES Doom anymore. I have to play it on my Mister. Yeah, actually, I will buy another Super Nintendo Doom because I started collecting SNES carts again last year. And switch back over to our chainsaw. And actually, I was gonna buy one again from Starland, but I looked at the cartridge and like the label was torn. I was like, for this price, I'm not gonna buy it with a torn label. Yeah, Scott, I actually had a complete in-box copy of it about 2 years ago. I had it for quite some time, actually. There was a point when I was trying to collect, like, every version of console Doom. Not just console Doom, but just Doom in general. And then one day I woke up and I was like, you know what? This was cool for a little while, but it's redundant. I don't really need all these versions of Doom. I have other ways to play them. Like, I have a Jaguar flash card. I have a 32X, or a flash card for Genesis, which plays 32X games. I got the Mister, which handles Super FX games perfectly. And I was like, well, I could just play Super Nintendo Doom on that. And so I got rid of it. I traded it in. I got some decent money for it at the time. This was before I started collecting SNES cards. And now that I'm collecting SNES cards, I want another copy. So the cartridges aren't too bad. I think they're like 40 or 50. That's not the worst thing ever. I'm not trying to get a massive collection, but Doom is definitely one of those games I want for the collection because I did play it. I had it back in the day. You know, I grew up with that version of Doom. Gadrin says, I got my current N64 from Starland. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, Starland's right up the street from me. Dudley says, the dude that did the music for this also finished doing Doom 2 and Plutonia and TNT, so if those ever get released under this engine, the music is already in place. That could be really cool. Travis student, let's not do that. I don't have time to be, I don't have time to be translating all that text. Scott, don't play along. Ronnie says it's got that sentimental value. That was your first version of Doom that you owned. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Oh man, making progress. Should I punch everything? Let's punch everything. Try to punch everything. Well, it's a good way of saving ammo, that's for sure. Yeah, I just noticed that there's not really much in terms of sound effects with the fist. Hey, got our first lost souls. Another rocket launcher. Squishy. Streets of Doom. Need some dance music in here. I still have over 100 health, so I'm actually doing pretty good with just the fists. That's good. You have to be really careful. It's definitely not something I ever do in console Doom, but I will do it in PC Doom, but not console Doom. Definitely seem like I'm doing really good damage with it. You need the Berserk pack, obviously. You don't want to do this if you don't have the Berserk pack. Liver Arts guy says, Mortal Doom Bats! Whenever I hear someone yell Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat, I immediately hear the original movie title theme in my head. Hey, Crestline, welcome back. Alright, let's save that armor for later. We'll try to pick it up before I exit the level. Master Jesus, it's 10:13 p.m. for him. Same here. We must be in the same time zone. Alright, get ourselves the blue key. The music in this version is just so good. It's eerie. Oh, I've got all the keys. Okay. That blue key was actually unnecessary. So let's go ahead and grab our armor. I always forget how cut down the console version of this map is. It's much larger in the PC version. Whoop! Nice. We went through the whole map with just the fists. That was pretty fun. Richie's Old Garage says, garbage, sorry, says, I was playing this the other day, it's really good. And hey, Kaiju Lover, giving them the Iron Knuckle Sandwich. Hey, Gerald, welcome, it's 3 a.m. there, right on. Actually, let's switch over to our rocket launcher. I've got a bunch of ammo. There's a cacodemon right there. Get rid of the Caco, that way you don't have to deal with him later. Because you will. You kind of meet him face to face. But this is actually kind of where you start running low on ammo. But by just punching everything, you shouldn't run low on ammo. Probably not worth it, but it's fun. Hopefully it's entertaining. Alright, let's switch back. Getting a little cocky. Alright, let's go. Let's go back. See if I can recover some health. Got lots of armor though. That's good. Alright, stim pack, stim pack. Let's check back in here. I think I got all the health already. Yeah, looks like it. Alright, we're close to the end of this map. Alright, let's take this part a little slow. Alright. Oh man, hey Mario, welcome back. Worth it? In the PC version and Super Nintendo game, there would be a secret map there, or a secret exit there. It's cool that it doesn't restart the music since it's already playing. Oh man. Entering Deimos Lab. Yeah, we should be pretty good on ammo for this map. Oh, yeah, this is fine. Shoot this wall to open it. Oops. I was holding in the mode button. One thing I do like about the original Doom is how creepy some of the music gets. It's pretty cool. I think some people forget that Doom wasn't entirely metal. It's like, you know, there's spooky stuff too. It's meant to be a little bit of a horror game. So much easier to see that key here. I always miss it. In some other versions, it just feels like it blends in with the floor. Nice little thick base. $100 shells. Oh, it's going the wrong way. If you strafe and run at an angle, it's called strafe running, you'll actually run a little bit faster. So that's one thing I'm trying to do. Alright, switch over to my rocket launcher. Usually takes about 5 rockets for a Baron. Alright, close to the end of this map. There's a bunch of stuff here I could do, but I think I'm not going to do it. Oh, that's right, some of that stuff was actually chopped out of this version. Oh, this part's here, though. Let's do it. Why not? It's actually good. Mega armor is a really good pickup. I don't think there's anything here. There we go. There's actually a part you can fall down earlier in the map. You'll get a plasma gun, I believe. Yeah, so down here. I thought there was a plasma gun. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. That actually allows me to go back up, but I don't really need to do that, because our goal is to come here, but I want to kill everything. That was weird. It wasn't letting me switch directly to my chainsaw. Despite it actually working earlier in the playthrough. Alright, we're going to have to come down here. Flip this, and then run. And then moving into this door raises a platform here. Take it nice and slow. Entering Command Center. Alright, see you, Doomstash. Have a good night. Hey, Mike. I didn't see you out there. So guys, just to clarify again, Agostino informed us earlier that this was actually basically built from the ground up based on another source port of the game, of Doom. So this actually isn't, as far as I'm aware, built upon the original 32X game. So it's actually not a hack. It's more of a homebrew. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, Mike already noticed demons actually turn around. Yep. No more enemies, just always facing you. Yeah, I mean, I agree, guys. Original Doom 32X, it's a shame they had to rush it, but, you know, that was really all on Sega. Sega wanted some, like, big titles for the 32X launch window. Doom was one of those games, and they cranked it out pretty fast, as far as I'm aware. And for the time, it was still serviceable. But there are, yeah, so many downsides to the original version, as we all know. Yeah, I agree, Mike. The original version is still fun. I still like going back to it, honestly. Yeah, despite its shortcomings, it's still a fun game. Another chainsaw. Don't need it. You know, one thing I really want to do someday is rip the 3DO soundtrack, make a CD, and play it with this version of the game. If you have your Sega CD attached, you can put in a music CD, and it'll actually play that music during gameplay. It's pretty awesome. Doom with the Quake 2 soundtrack. I mean, yeah. I'd be down for that. Doom with the Quake 1 soundtrack. Why not? You know, I think it's switching to my fists instead of the chainsaw because I got the Berserk pack. Which means that I think it prioritizes the fists over the chainsaw because of that. Have I tried this on Nightmare? Not yet, no. From what I understand, it's basically just the Jaguar version of Nightmare, which I have played. So no respawning enemies, but the enemies are really fast. Alright, let's switch back to this. Alright. Hey, Tom, welcome back. Deadly says that he recently found out that 32X Wolfenstein 3D can play CD audio from the Sega CD. He doesn't know how to do it, but Chili Willy said that the feature is there. He's the one who did that port. Yeah. Chili Willy actually commented on Ronnie and I's stream of that from a couple of years ago. That was pretty cool. And Chili Willy is one of the guys that worked on this as well. That dude's been doing 32X stuff for well over 10 years now. It's pretty crazy. He had some crazy demos a long time ago that were really impressive, showing off like the 32X's texture mapping capabilities and whatnot. Is Blakestone on 32X, Gary, or are you talking about, like, someone potentially making that? That would be really cool if it was released on 32X. You play through this in one shot, just like the Jaguar version. It's got 24 maps. It's got the same map set as the Jaguar game. Apparently I aggroed them. Oh, Daily, you're saying you wish Aliens of Gold was on 32X. Yeah, that would be cool. It would be very cool. So there's a chainsaw back here. There we go. Let's see, has anything opened up back here yet? Nope, that doesn't happen until later. Alright, let's go this way. Maybe some lost souls. Oops! Whoops, did not mean to do that. I didn't want to aggravate everybody so early. Alright, we are going to switch over to our plasma gun. There are gonna be some barons down here too. There's one behind me. Yep, there he is. Let's see if there's... Yep, there's the other one. Actually, I'd rather use my rocket launcher. Blood for the 32X? That might be a little too demanding. I mean, the build engine is... pretty sure it's a little more advanced than the Doom engine. Just a wild guess, anyway. Mike's Descent on 32X would be cool. Yeah, that was a game with an engine, you know, it came out around the... not too much longer after Doom. I mean, that could be potentially interesting. You got a Stucky! Go get him, Fido! You wonder if a version of Doom could be made for the CDI? I mean, Doom could, I guess, technically be made for anything. And yeah, I mean, you could definitely make a version for CDI, but it'll probably run at like 1 frame a second. So, not worth it. The CDI, you know, based on what we got anyway, it could barely even handle Wolfenstein 3D style FPSs. There is a first-person shooter on it called Atlantis. And it's not particularly impressive. Pretty sure someone like ported Doom to the Commodore 64 and it runs like not even 1 frame a second. It's kind of hilarious. I mean, technically just about anything could do it. Well, not just about anything, but a lot of things can do it. It's just how well will they do it? And the answer is, in a lot of cases, not very well. Adrian, no, that's not a port of Doom. The calculator version is just like it's someone's own custom engine. They named it Doom. It's really nothing like Doom. It's honestly more like something like Wolfenstein 3D, but even more primitive. Alright, Alright, switch back over to our plasma gun. Alright, we have all of our keys. That means we can exit. Spawning Vats. Hey, Darren. He says the two cats have been adopted by us, named Stella, a gray tabby, nice, and Domino for the black and white tuxedo. Both are adapting a little more each day. They are affectionate, but the house noises is a little scary to them still. Oh yeah, they'll get used to it. That's awesome. That's awesome, Darren. I'm glad they're doing okay so far. Dudley says Rise of the Triad on 32X would be cool. Yeah, now that would be cool. That is definitely something that would be doable. Jeffrey, no, the fake exit is not in this version. This has the exact same level structure as the Jaguar version, so all the cutbacks that were made there, it's the same in this version. So in the original 32X version, this would be one of our last levels. I really like how that sounds. That's super cool. Yeah, honestly, guys, I'd be very curious to see if the Virtual Boy can even handle something like Doom. Because the only thing we had on Virtual Boy that was even remotely 3D is and like almost polygonal was Red Alarm, and that was wireform. It wasn't texture mapped. There weren't even like flat textures in that game. It was all wireform, and it didn't run the best. Like it ran okay. There was a lot of pop in. So I'd be very curious if the Virtual Boy's processor could even handle something textured. Or even something like Doom. I think I'd be more interested to see if something like Wolfenstein 3D would be possible, and then see if Doom could be done. But I'm not really like, you know, I'm really only going off what developers did back in the day, and what they did back in the day wasn't all that impressive. Which I don't know if that was a lack of, you know, developer chops. I doubt it, because some of the games were by Nintendo. Or if it was, you know, just a lack of processing power, or maybe a little bit of both. I don't know. I am very curious. Scott says, in Virtual Boy Doom, all keycards are red. No, there's only one key card in Virtual Boy Doom. Just find the one key. Find the red key. So what they'd have to do, if they ever made a version of Doom for something like the Virtual Boy, they'd have to do what they did on classic Game Boy games, where you'd have one key that's like, it looks white, then you'd have one key that looks black, then you'd have a key in between that's like striped, or with some other weird pattern to differentiate it from the other ones. Yeah, I really love what they did with this music track in particular. It's really good. Alright, we're gonna come back this way real quick. Get that mega armor. Mega armor. Still pretty good on ammo, which is nice. I think that's what we get for punching everything for like a level and a half straight. Kaiju Lover says, are there any first-person shooter fan games? I mean, you have a lot of like mods for Doom and other first-person shooters. Some to the point where they are basically fan games. Like, there's one I have called like, I think it's like The Adventures of Square. I think it's basically a brand new game, but running on the Doom engine that was built for source ports. So there's stuff like that. Heathen Dances, is this new 32X Doom available to buy on cartridge already? I don't know if anyone's put this on cart. There might be some repro makers that have put it on cart. You'll have to search for it. Final Doom is a fan game? Not really. I mean, yeah, it was developed by fans, but it was taken on board and made official. And they got paid for the project, so it wasn't really... At the end of the day, it wasn't really a fan game. It started off as one, but it didn't end up as one. Alright. So this is where we get into Jaguar level territory. The music is so badass. Ouch. Whoops, messed that up again. No, stop it. Where's my mode key? I've tried to switch back over to my fists. I feel like my mode key's not working the best. And it might be our exit. Let me make sure I got everything. Now, I don't know whenever it's gonna release, but one thing I'm looking forward to is the completion of the updated version of Jaguar Doom, called Doom Slayers Edition. And what they've actually done some really clever stuff on that project, like actually adding in music, as well as adding in the Cyber Demon and Spider Mastermind. Pretty cool stuff. But work on it seems to have been... It seems to have kind of slowed down to a crawl, unfortunately. Uh-oh, that's not good. Whew, it's a good thing I didn't use all that ammo. Jeez. Okay, there we go. Just want to make sure I was on the right weapon. As far as the original console versions of Doom, like well, not 32X, but Jaguar, and then later, like, Game Boy Advance, this was kind of where the game started to get a little more difficult. A lot of times you would be really low on ammo. Definitely need to memorize this map, that's for sure. What am I doing wrong? Ah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, we have more cacodemons to deal with. Oh, I hear them. Uh-oh. Kaiju asks if Doom was put on the Nintendo DS. I don't know, actually. I don't know definitively. Agosito says, yeah, proper sound propagation there makes a lot of difference, and the Jag version, the demons would have stayed in that quarter methodically. Yeah, low on shells already. But we're almost done with this map. I'd rather save my cells more than anything. Just trying to make sure there's no more ammo here. I don't think there is. There we go. Yeah, I guess, you know, this is a good map. Alright, let's drop down here. BFG. Took a while, but we finally got it. Scott, yeah, that was an official release. It was like 2001, 2002. I forgot when it was exactly. But yeah, Doom's on Game Boy Advance. It's pretty good. I have a full Let's Play of it on my channel, actually. Ha 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 ha. Let's go back this way. Ah, crap. Still got him. Because of how the BFG works. Running low on ammo. I guess I do have plenty of cells, though. So I might as well switch back over. Yeah, Game Boy Advance Doom is basically the Jaguar version with green blood, music, although the music tracks are actually on the wrong stages. And it plays really well. You have shoulder strafing with the shoulder keys, which is great. Where are you? Doom 2 was done by a different company, and it doesn't run on the Doom engine, so while it's pretty cool, it does feel pretty weird, actually. It's one reason why I haven't done a playthrough here yet. It's really difficult. Go. The plasma rifle does have a lower fire rate, yes. I'm going to assume that's for frame rate reasons. You know, you have less projectiles on screen. Just a wild guess. 'Cause once you get a bunch of enemies on screen, the frame rate does lower, and then once you start adding in lots of extra projectiles, you know, it bogs things down even further. Love the percussion. This is not what I was expecting. I forgot that in the Jaguar version, you just get warped all the way over here. There's no middle arena. Shotgun shells. Hey, Society, welcome back. How are you doing? Doom guy needs food badly. Squishy. Alright, almost done with this one. always forget that they changed this part in this these console versions. Don't really need that. Unholy Cathedral. Darren asks, what did you think of Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal? I thought they were awesome games. I've probably finished Doom 2016 at least like 15 times now. Like, I finished that game a lot. Doom Eternal, I went through probably like 4 or 5 times as well. I thought they were both excellent. Doom 2016 is definitely the more beginner-friendly of the two. It can still get pretty tough, but Doom Eternal, I think, is requires a lot more micromanagement of different gameplay systems, but it's still great. I highly recommend both of them. Yeah, Brandon Michael Mackert in the chat, he got really hooked on Doom Eternal. Yeah, I need to do a run of Doom 2016 sometime soon. I haven't played through it, and I probably haven't gone all the way through the game since my last YouTube stream of it, which has been several years now. And then I would like to play the Doom Eternal DLC, which I still haven't played yet. I'm pretty sure I own the DLC, but I haven't actually touched it. I think we have to come through here. Oh. Not what I wanted. So that imp pushing me back into the teleporter, it completely screwed up my BFG. So I would have killed almost every enemy in that room in one shot, but it wasn't to be. John, I don't think there's any reason to play Doom 2016 on PS5. I don't think they really added anything special, and also, I don't have a way of capturing at 4K, so there wouldn't really be much of a point. Now, Doom Eternal, on the other hand, they did add ray tracing support to, you know, the higher-end console versions. But, problem with playing on consoles, it takes so long. You know, when I play keyboard and mouse, I can play a lot faster and get through the game a lot faster. But, I don't know, we'll see. Alright, yellow key. Okay, 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a key. I need a key. Let's go through here. Okay, that did not do what I expected. Honestly, I don't know what I expected, so never mind. Disregard. Oh, I have no ammo here. Well, this was a bad idea. Wow, I was not expecting that. We were at the very end of the map. I never go into this room. That's our first death. Hey, check that out. It starts us with the ammo we had when we began. That's good. In other versions, it would have just forced us to pistol start. And it's a real bummer. That's just such a waste of time. Sorry, guys. Yeah, let's go back this way. I'm gonna have revenge in that room next time. Yeah, I was half expecting to pistol start again. Thankfully, I don't have to do that. Now I'm just screwing around. Alright, let's not screw around. I like that. Alright, this is gonna sound like a stupid question, but hey Brandon, do you know if it's still raining outside? That's my brother in chat. He lives right across the street from me. I can't really tell from here. I can't really see out my window. You know what? Let's go back to the rocket launcher, grab this invulnerability. Oh, now I can't see which one I need to go into. Oh, that was the right one. Okay, good. Nicholas, what's going on? He says, Doom is cool. I'd be a little worried if you said otherwise. Ronnie says, it's raining here, but that does you no good. Yeah, Ronnie's 2 hours south. Yeah, I agree, Dudley. The music here is just... The music in this port overall is just really, really awesome. They did a fantastic job. You'd have to walk outside. You can't... Oh, I was gonna say you could just, like, open up your, peek out through your blinds. I was thinking about trying to go for a bike ride when I'm done here. But obviously not if it's raining. Trying to get more exercise in my, daily life. I started lifting some weights again. I try to go for bike rides on my weekends. Gary says, it's not raining here, but I wish it was. Yeah, out there where Gary's in Vegas. It gets pretty hot there. Yeah, Brandon, every time I hear, like, those big, thunder crashes, I want Thunderstruck to play in the background. Thunderstruck! It's such a good song. I miss my AC/DC pinball machine. Now I'm sad. I don't want to be sad. Liberal Arts Guy says, moving to Florida, so I'm going to be seeing a lot of rain. That's cool, man. Well, hopefully that's cool. Hopefully it's something that you want to do. Okay, this is not where I want to be. Brandon says it is raining a little bit. Ah, darn. Means I might not be riding my bike tonight. Oh, you gotta... I'm an idiot. I did not pick up my key. Like a fool. I pity the fool. Oh boy. There we go. I mean, I don't mind like going in the rain, but you know, getting your bicycle wet's not the best idea. Told you guys, I'm gonna get revenge on this room. Oh, there's lots of ammo in here. Revenge is bittersweet. Especially when it's just a dumb video game. Mount Erebus. Velcro, this is not the original 32X Doom. This is a new version that someone created. Multiple people helped create it, I should say. Yeah, there's a reason the stream title is called Doom 32X Resurrection. That's the project name. Yeah, once we're done with this game, we're gonna also show off a couple of other features. Oh man, Brandon, I wish you were here. We could try split screen together. This has split screen multiplayer support. I'll probably still try it anyway, just to show that it functions. And then we'll toy around with, like, different graphical settings. Maybe do a level or two on Nightmare, just to show it off. And someone earlier say this is Smash TV. I am playing it kind of fast, especially for not having like shoulder key support, which there is if you have a third-party controller. I just actually ordered one online to test it out with this. Agostino says GG. Thanks for the GG, sir. Much appreciated. I got a key. Why do they put keys in hell? Why am I talking like Caleb from Blood? Ah. Hey, we're almost done with this one. This level was heavily cut back in the console versions. Oops. Maybe not the best idea. Can't remember if I need a red key. Nope. Dre Dog says he's enjoying the stream. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Much appreciated. Limbo. Hey, Zero. Welcome back. How are you doing? It's actually kind of insane that like, this is full screen, too. I keep forgetting that the 32X original is not. Oh, we're well past 32X levels. We were past those like 4 or 5 levels ago. If not longer. Whoa there. Oh, did not want to do that. Waste of ammo. I thought they were all gonna funnel out, but they went backwards. I mean, the level is confusing, Agostino, on a first try, but once you know the route, it's pretty easy. I remember when I first played this game, I got lost on this level. And I was playing the Super Nintendo one, too. But when you know what to do, yeah, it's pretty straightforward, actually. You come in here, you get the blue key, kill lots of guys. You go back out, access the blue doors. It's once you start needing like the yellow key and the red key that it gets more confusing. Some people have a tendency of like overstating how difficult some of these maps are. But yeah, you get that blue key. Always come left. I go left. You gotta watch out for a teleporter, but we're not at the part yet. This is where we get the red key. Don't go through that teleporter. And the Super Nintendo one is really easy to accidentally do it. Yay, red key. Now do teleporter. And with the red key, you can go to a variety of places. Do. This music track sounds so cool in this version. There's like that ominous, constant synth tone. It sounds so good. So now you can go flip a switch, or you can maybe strafe run across. Nope. Ha 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 ha. This is actually the switch. Okay, and I think we come through here. Don't fall down. Now we come back. Gonna have to take some damage. And that's it. Oh, I missed those items. Not a big deal. Brandon says the maps in Doom 2 are way more confusing? I don't know, man. I don't know if I really ever found Doom 2's maps confusing. I mean, the city map, there are like 2 city maps that can be, yeah, they can be a little confusing, but not really any more confusing than this map we just played. I'd say they're actually less confusing. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Gary. The Genesis really sings on this OST, totally. Zero says, that's like the water temple. I was worried from all the stories, but it ended up being not as bad as I was expecting. Yeah, see, I'm very curious about that too, Zero. I do want to try to finish Ocarina of Time. Eventually. I do want to experience the water temple and see if it's kind of like overrated in terms of difficulty. Yeah, Zero. I mean, a flash card for Genesis is pretty cheap. You can get a low-end model for like 50 bucks, maybe. I think it might even be less. The music from Dis. That's hilarious. Metal. It's Musha Doom. Ideally, you have all these enemies infight each other with Kaku demons in the next room, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Tom asks, what's the difference in the high to low-end flashcards? Well, some of the high-end ones have Sega CD support, like the Mega Everdrive Pro, which is like $200, I think, maybe $300. It replicates the Sega CD. You don't even need a Sega CD. Some of them also have extra features. I think they might do like save state support. I think that's it, guys. Oh, Zero, you played Ocarina of Time on 3DS. I bet that was nice. That version looks a good bit better than the N64 version. The horrors of hell cannot kill you. Well, technically they did like 2 or 3 times. Their most cunning traps were no match for you. You have proven yourself the best of all. Maybe not quite. Congratulations. Oh yeah, no, I was mentioning that earlier, Liberal Arts guy, like, even with like a wavetable sound card, I mean, some of the stuff in here sounds like beefier and bassier. It's real nice. Well, we're not completely done yet, guys. I'm gonna show off a couple features. Yeah, that sounds really cool too. Yeah, very cool. Oh yeah, there's the title screen. Hey, Agostino. Man, thank you so much. This is a dream come true. Shout out to Spoony Bard for the great soundtrack rendition, to Wavy for the maps, and of course to Vic and Chili Willy for all this. Great stuff. Gonna rewatch this soon. Thanks, Agostino. Thanks for popping in, man. I know you worked on this too. Like, there he is, Barone, right there, man, in the credits. Playtesting things is very, very, very important. It's arguably one of the most important things. If you don't take feedback and fix things, then a project sometimes will not come out as good as it could. So let's do a new game real quick. Here, check this out. Split screen. Deathmatch, hurt me plenty. It doesn't really matter. Look at that. That is insane. Oh, man. Alright, where is my opponents? Now, unfortunately, I don't have a second controller plugged in. Oh, he's all the way back there. Okay. Hey! That's amazing. The fact that this is even a thing is crazy to me. Imagine if we had split screen Doom on 32X back in the day. Like, what? Here, let's see if I can push him around. Oh, I can't push him. What if the barrels respawn? It's so cool. Let's do a new game. So, split screen is local multiplayer. Multiplayer is system link. I think you apparently use the zero tolerance link cable. Man, I wonder what that sells for. Because I could actually, technically... No, I can't. I don't have two 32Xs. Damn. I got really excited there for a second. I'm still gonna look it up anyway. Zero tolerance, someone makes a 10-foot cable, $25. So I'm guessing that's like an aftermarket one. Yeah, I agree, Brandon. 32X games would have been better off if they took time to, you know... Sega back then, man, they wanted some stuff out so quickly. It was a weird time for that company, and what we ended up getting was a lot of stuff that was cool for the time, but ultimately rushed and not as polished and as good as they could have been. And, you know, Doom 32X Resurrection shows us that. Yeah, so it looks like I can get an aftermarket link cable, but man, I don't have a second 32X though. That's the problem. I'm looking on eBay right now, and I mean, it looks like I could technically get one for about $100, assuming it's working. Like there's one for $85 plus $9 shipping for parts are not working. We don't know if it's actually working. So, that'd be really hard to justify. One thing I do want to do eventually, though, is do a system link of PlayStation Doom. Because I have multiple PS1s, and, you know, I can make CDR copies and, you know, do it that way. Maybe have someone like Brandon come over. He can play on one CRT, I can play on another. I'd have to figure out how to get that capture setup going, but I think I know. I think I could get 2 capture cards going at once. I can get like an Elgato. I have an external Elgato. I can run that. Yeah, I think that's how I would do it. Zero says, imagine the alternate timeline when the 32X had a full life, right? Yeah. Snack John is a, it's a communication standard used on the Mister. You can use it. There's a bunch of controller adapters that use that format, and you can use your original console controllers through snack adapters. Alright, so one thing I wanted to do is actually, so what I wanted to do is mess around with the video settings. So again, you can raise the resolution up. You can see that it looks more crisp now. But frame rate does take a slight hit. It's not really that much worse than the original frame rate on 32X Doom. Woo! Yeah, that definitely affects the gameplay, though. So, for me personally, I think it's more interesting to lower the detail, turn the high color off, and that should actually improve the frame rate a little bit. While running. But check this out. You can actually lower the resolution. Look at that. Oh man, that frame rate is so much smoother. And then if you want an even better frame rate, you make it windowed like 32X Doom originally was. And it's like buttery smooth. Look at how smooth this is. It's insane. Honestly, the lack of like floor and ceiling textures doesn't bother me that much. Maybe it's just because like I'm used to Super Nintendo Doom. Let's switch back to shotgun. Try the 252 wide mode. It's not full screen, but the frame rate is better than full 320. Uh, 252. So I guess like this one and then wide. Of course, I would need to like stretch out the capture to make it look not squished. I always forget to come down here. Let's turn that wide off, actually. Yeah, I messed around with that option earlier before I started the stream, and I was like, looks a little weird. There we go. I actually wonder what the frame rate's like with the high color mode on. I can definitely see how drab the colors were otherwise. That makes a big difference. Oh yeah, exactly, Zero. I mean, I'm sure a port to Saturn, a proper, you know, port to Saturn could be really good. I have no doubt. I mean, the Saturn's a beefy console. And, you know, the story behind, did I turn? What? Did I turn the floor textures back on? Oh, I did. Somehow. That was by accident. Oh, yeah, the original story for Saturn Doom was like, Rage, the developers of the Saturn version, showed John Carmack like a work in progress, and John was like, yeah, no, that rendering method, I hate it. You have to render it like this, and it just completely tanked the performance. And Carmack later regretted that decision. But it is absolutely possible to make a better, higher quality version of Doom on Saturn, for sure. And we might see something like that one day. Maybe developers will, you know, dip their toes into that area. Yeah, it's just so cool how smooth you can get this to run. It's kind of crazy. But I think ultimately the default, which is the 160 by 180, just crank the levels of detail all the way up. You know, that's ultimately, I think, the way to play this. It looks really good. It still performs better than the Jaguar version. And it's also full screen, and it has music. And all those quality of life improvements, like being able to save. Looks like it's got 3 slots. Super cool. Yeah, it's about... It feels like it's close to 30. I mean, it might even be like mid... I don't know, low to mid-20s. And then it does dip. You know, when there's a lot going on, it does dip. But ultimately, it's still a, you know, a really fun way to play Doom on a classic console. It's hard to believe the 32X is almost 30 years old. It's definitely in classic console territory. Agostino says the source code for this 32X rewrite is fully available on GitHub. Search for D32XR repository there. So if anyone wants to have a look or maybe try to port it to the Saturn, most of the code is in C. Oh, wow. So they weren't even doing this in assembly. So I know a lot of developers back then for, you know, the Mega Drive, they did assembly for... That's really cool. Let's start a brand new game real quick. This probably isn't going to work very well, but let's try Nightmare. Oops. Have I played the the Switch port of Doom Eternal? I have not, no. I played a little bit of 2016 on Switch, but not Doom Eternal. Even a solid 30 would be good. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, man. I got distracted there. Oh, the piggies are so fast. All the projectiles are so fast. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. Oh. Whee! Now I'm dead. Hey, Quake nerd. Oh, man. Agostino, is there anything else we should know about this before we wrap up? Oh, plasma gun. Ow. Agostino says on a PAL 32X, the frame rate is more stable as it has more V-blank time and it targets 25 FPS in the 160 pixel mode, full screen mode instead of 30. The lack of more RAM is what limits the frame rate in many spots. Gotcha. Okay. Just look at how fast these guys are. It's crazy. I love it. Hey, we did it on Nightmare. Nice. Agostino says, Vic really worked hard to find ways to make good use of the second SH2 processor. It's not easy at all. Vic and Chili are still working on it, so you may see more releases soon. Okay, nice. Yeah, so I actually originally wanted to stream this a long time ago, but Agostino had told me that more updates were coming. And this version that I've done is like, it feels like it's mostly complete, or is complete. But the fact that they can still find other ways to improve it is just really cool. So, for anybody wondering, you know, depending on when you watch this, there might be another updated version out, and you can check that out instead. But yeah, I think this was, this is version 2.1? The one from June, I believe. And Agostino says, as far as the Jaguar Doom scope goes, this is pretty much complete. Yeah, I mean, this has everything Jaguar Doom has, with a couple of differences, like the, you know, the title screen's very different. I love the PlayStation style title screen. That's really awesome. And then, I'm trying to think. This doesn't really have any, like, load sequences or anything. The Jaguar version actually has to, like, decompress and load and stuff like that. So this also has way more visual features, in-game music. You know, it basically makes the Jaguar version redundant, which is kind of crazy to think about. Alright, later, Brandon. Thanks for tuning in, dude. And thanks for your tip earlier. Much appreciated, sir. I've never received a tip from my brother before. That was kind of funny. But yeah. John says, I fear it might require a Sega CD for anything more. Yeah, I don't even know if the Sega CD could do anything special in conjunction with the 32X and Genesis. I've heard it's kind of hard to get all of them working together. I don't know, obviously, but even though the Sega CD has its own 68K processor and extra hardware, I've heard it actually doesn't really help all that much with, you know, I don't know. So, but I don't know. I don't develop or anything, so I have no idea. It's just hearsay for me. But speaking of Sega CD, just a reminder that you can plug a CD in, and man, now I'm really tempted to try that. Actually, It really wouldn't take me long to hook up a Sega CD. Unfortunately, I don't have any CDs with Doom music on it. So, I'd have to, like, put in something else. Man. Okay, you know what, guys? Hold on. Agostino, does it work with just any CD? I mean, can I literally just use, like, any music CD with it? Because I have some, like, video game soundtracks. I could pop in a video game soundtrack that I won't get copyright claimed on. Oh, I can pop in Quake 2, actually. Hey, baby boy. Alright. Alright, bear with me here, guys. Mine. Alright, my Sega CD is hooked up. Let's start a game. Alright, looks like we got nothing. I think it's looking for track 1, and because I'm playing a, let's, since there's a data track, it's looking for track 1. So let's do, like, level 2. Oh, man. Oh, this is crazy. This is kind of amazing, actually. This is actually really badass. Ah, it's so cool. This puts the Quake 2 soundtrack in a completely different light, and I love it. And the Quake 2 soundtrack is one of my all-time favorite video game soundtracks. But still. And this is why I keep my real hardware, baby. Hey, fiery winds? Yeah, no, this conversion was awesome. Very impressed by what they've done with it. It's really, really great. Yeah, Richie, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to get a rip of the 3DO soundtrack and then play it with this. That would be awesome. Hey, Office. Office says, I see Quake. I hear Quake 2, but I see Doom. Yeah, I actually have that soundtrack, Tom, but I'm not sure if I get copyright claims on it. I know with Quake 2 I don't, so that's why I grabbed the Quake 2 disc. Oh. No, I don't listen to Nightwish. I've heard a couple songs long time ago. They seem pretty good. I never really bothered to check them out. I never bothered to check them out past that, I mean. Mark says, I might have to do another Doom stream. Well, I'm always going to be doing other Doom streams, for sure. Always. Doom is always in the cards here. I try to space it out a little bit, which is one reason why I pushed this off until now. I did a Doom-Wad stream a little while ago. I didn't want to do more Doom immediately after. But yeah, I've always got Doom on the mind for my channel. And I still need to try to learn Game Boy Advance Doom 2. I still need to learn Final Doom. And then try to learn some other WADs. Hey, ghosts! Have a good day at work. I don't even know you're out there. Oh, nice. It doesn't have to, like, stop and pause to seek on the disc. That's nice. Man, like this is actually pretty nice right here. This is a good in-between. You have it looking just like the 32X original, except now it's full screen. The frame rate is higher. I kind of like that. It's interesting. Yeah, this is a really nice compromise, actually. Like, you could actually see the textures. And it just... yeah. Frame rate runs actually quite smooth in this mode. Obviously, the high color looks a lot nicer, but... that smooth frame rate, that's pretty sweet. Speedrun time! More energetic music for a level that normally has dreary tunes. I love it. Come on, hit the Spectre, hit the Spectre, hit the Spectre. God darn it. Fiery Wind, I've already beaten this tonight. We're gonna end the stream. We've already gone through the entire game. So we're pretty much done. We're just experimenting right now with its different features. I literally just hooked up my Sega CD to test out the CD audio functionality. But we're pretty much done with the stream. I mean, this is a good place to stop. Hey, Brad, welcome back. It's a nice change of pace coming from Doom Eternal, though. Yeah. I mean, classic Doom is always a nice change of pace. That's funny. We have 34 concurrent viewers, and we've been streaming for 3 hours and 43 minutes. Yeah, we're pretty much done. I think this is probably a good time to just call it a night. For anybody that is literally just joining us, why am I saying literally so much? Anybody's just joining us, yeah, you can actually tap into the Sega CD, which is awesome. But you've also got FM Synth, which sounds fantastic. Some great tunes in here. Just like really good stuff. I'm a wimp. Yeah, it's funny you say that, Tom. Some Doom always makes a great start to the week. This is the end of my week for me. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday are my days off, so it feels more like Friday or Saturday for me right now, even though it's like the beginning of the week for all you guys. Steve-O says, take care, Austin. What's your next stream going to be? I have no idea. No clue. Agostino says the high color itself doesn't add more processing time. It's just a color map tweaked to make better use of the 32X's 15-bit rendering. The lighting effects do cost something extra. Okay. Interesting. So I can basically turn down the lighting effects and then potentially get a better frame rate just with that. Maybe that's like a better way to play. If I really wanted to, I could do it like that. Whoops! Alright, later, Tom. Oh, man. Yeah, well, I guess that's gonna do it for me, guys. Let me go ahead and bring the kitties back up. They're sound asleep. I bet you Milo's not asleep. Are you asleep, Milo? He's breathing kind of hard. He's probably actually asleep. That cat's got so much energy, I feel like he never sleeps. Tom says, see ya on Twitch? It's kind of late. Maybe, maybe not. Keep an eye out. I'm gonna actually see if it's still raining, and if it's not, I'm gonna try to go for a bike ride. Oh, you meant later in the week? I don't know. Maybe. Probably. We'll see. I actually kind of wanted to play some Dark Souls 2. But I don't know if that's going to happen tonight. I didn't expect the stream until after midnight. It actually took a little bit longer than expected. Hey, you're welcome, Agostino. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, that's gonna do it for me, guys. I'll have the archive up most likely tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll be around to stream tomorrow. I'm kind of like mixed on whether I'm going out to play pinball tomorrow or if I'm staying in. And if I'm staying in, I'll likely stream on YouTube again. I don't really have anything else going on. I do have some videos I want to try to edit, and put together, but I don't know. I might not do that tomorrow. It's all good, Office. You did miss out on some sweet Doom action, though, Office. This version is it's special in a good way. It's great. Yeah, this was fantastic. Anyone that has a Genesis flash card, or anyone with a like a Mister or something like that, I definitely recommend giving this a try. It definitely shows what Doom could have been like on 32X back in the day, and it's fantastic. Kind of wipes the floor with the Jaguar version. It makes the Jaguar version completely redundant, and obviously it makes the original 32X version redundant as well. And that split screen multiplayer is crazy. But yeah, definitely recommend it. It's fantastic. Thanks to all the guys that worked on this. Chili Willy, Vic, and all the testers like Agostino. Yeah, the CD audio support even works on higher end flash cards like the Mega SD and the Mega EverDrive Pro. Yeah, good stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. I guess until the next one, take it easy.